So I was really the B-side. I was really the B-side. I knew the commentary wouldn't be on my side, but I'm happy the judges were.
Did do you feel your performance was good enough to still get the Virgil Ortiz fight when if that were to be offered to you again?
I feel like I deserve. I don't know if he'll fight at welterweight again. I'm not sure if the rumours. I don't know, but I feel like I deserve it. Like not for my performance, for what I've put up with this week. From what I put up with this week, like I was saying, speaking to people out there, not many fighters would have carried on accepting opponents. Like maybe the first one or the second one, but I accepted 7 myself. I accepted 7 opponents myself this week, all different styles and abilities and stances. There was more than 7 actually offered, but obviously I accepted 7 names myself. So from what I've gone through this week, I deserve to come back, and if it would be Virgil or if it would be Rocha or whoever, I deserve a big fight more than anybody. Not many people would do what I did this week. Not many people.
It could even be Conor Benn, right? I mean, if you. Yeah, see the smile coming to your face. I mean, it could be an option, right?
Well, possibly. We're both with the same promotional team and stuff. I think everyone in the UK tries to get that fight. That's the fight everyone wants in the UK, you know. But yeah, I deserve fights like that. If anybody does, it's me. And I've proven this week that I reject no one. Anybody, I fear nobody. People go, oh, there's so many fakes and snakes in boxing that want to pick and choose fights. I'm a real man. I'll accept anybody that I get phone called. I've never turned down a fight personally, ever. So yeah, anybody I'll fight.
Quickly, man, what do you think of Alexis Rocha's performance against Blair?
It's a lot more entertaining than my fight. Props to Blair. He's a hell of a fighter, tough guy. He took some big shots in there, big shots. But Alexis Rocha, what a fighter. What a fighter. Him and his team are such nice people. I've got nothing but respect, and they've been so nice to me all week. I was rooting for them in there, you know. I would love the opportunity to fight him, but the way Oscar was talking at the press conference, the winner of them deserved the opportunity to fight me. Although the performance wasn't the best performance or the most exciting performance tonight, I was the name on everyone's lips this week. You know, I've won lots of supporters over here in LA by just being myself and everything that I've gone through. You know, so I'd love to come back. Whether it be LA or, you know, Vegas is on the bucket list, you know. So I'd love to come back. I love it over here. I love travelling. I love fighting away. I love being a B-side. Although I walked in second tonight and stuff like that, I was labelled the A-side. I wasn't really, was I? I came over to the States and I fought a Golden Boy fighter and I beat a Golden Boy fighter. So I was the B-side tonight. And I know that in there was a few boos and stuff. That wasn't me. He was the negative guy, you know. He was the negative guy. But put me in with somebody like Rocha, it's not going to be negative, is it, at all? So yeah, big fights. That's all I want. I'm 22-0, and I deserve it.
Congrats on the win, brother.
Thank you very much.
Round boxing with your
El apellido por lo menos sí.
Por eso trajiste ese gorro hoy. I know you've had a hell of a week. It's the third opponent in 1 week. Obviously, it was not.
Zurdo, lo mencionaste hace un par de minutos el sparring contra Bivol. ¿Qué recuerdas de esas sesiones?
Pues algo muy bueno, muy grato, ya que pues los dos éramos yo era campeón también en ese momento y lo sigo haciendo.
It's been a crazy week. I can't wait for some rest, really. It's been busy, but
fue algo muy bonito porque trabajamos los dos.
He was more negative than me. We had 2 awkward southpaws. It was always with me.
Este deporte es muy bonito porque pues, te junta con todos, y en algún momento
sí, cada quien. Lo mencionas, pero ¿cuál de los 3 pega más duro? ¿Canelo, Bivol o Benavides o te apuntas a ti primero?
He was always ready to fight. He was, you know what I mean? So respect to him.
¿Y el más técnico?
técnico se mueve, hace fintas, es inteligente arriba.
¿Y la velocidad?
I'm happy for me. I'm just happy with the performance. I expected it to be like that, really.
Trata de hacer sparring con ellos tres
But you know,
y
I'm
una
happy
pelea
that the
también.
week's
¿Por qué?
over.
Porque
I'm happy that the week's
quiere
over. It's
pelear
been a
con
very
el mejor,
stressful,
entonces
mentally challenging, up
tiene
and
que
down week.
demostrar a uno mismo
I'm
y
glad
a
it's
todos.
over.
Tú que has hecho sparring con él, con todo ese mundo, pero ¿cómo ves la pelea de mayo de 7 de Canelo contra Bivol?
Espero que gane. Estamos con
¿Esperas que gane Canelo o Bivol?
Canelo. A final de cuentas estoy con los mexicanos, hay que apoyarlos y espero que gane y que después quiera pelear conmigo también.
¿Y qué tienes que hacer para que te des esa oportunidad? Porque lo has dicho ya por varios años y no ha llegado esa oportunidad con la pelea de Canelo. ¿Qué tienes que hacerlo? ¿Secuestrarlo o qué onda?
Yo creo que me estoy haciendo ciudadano.
Yo soy el hitman.
Ciudadano americano.
Ya no va a ganar.
Me estoy haciendo ciudadano americano y voy a decir que soy gringo ya.
O porque no quiere pelear con mexicanos. Pero el boxeo mexicano siempre ha estado a la cima del boxeo y siempre ha habido esas peleas entre Morales, Barrera, Israel Vázquez contra Rafa
El boxeo ya no es
Márquez.
igual.
La gente lo que quiere ver, la gente lo que quiere ver peleas arriba, como digo, nosotros somos peleadores, es lo que le tenemos que dar a la
Like you
gente
were
también.
just saying, you
Pues
know,
uno le debe todo el público.
the two of them.
Pero tú lo entiendes como dice que no quiere pelear con mexicanos. Tú estás dispuesto a pelearte con hasta con un primo, ¿no? Creo, ¿no?
Yo soy peleador, yo peleo arriba del ring, al final de cuentas arriba del ring son dos.
Con todos menos con Scrappy, yo creo, ¿no?
También con
How do you beat Canelo, right? Canelo's considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. What do you got to do to beat him?
So, I'm taller than him, I'm handsome,
I feel like
and I think I can take him.
risen plenty this week.
Ahorita
So,
acabas de ver a Bivol,
yeah,
yo lo miré, tú lo miraste, ¿qué se dijeron? ¿Qué palabras se dijeron ahí?
Face to face.
No sé, güey. ¿Y qué dice?
No, solamente nos saludamos, ¿cómo estás?
Yo también hablé con él.
What do you think was so awkward about
Que había pasado con
Because it seems like
Zurdo Ramírez, me dijo que
you guys are both kind of looking in the mirror.
le dije, te fuiste por el peine y qué pasó con Zurdo. Y dice que después de que él le gana a Canelo, él está dispuesto a pelear contigo.
Ya no va a tener título. Pero de todos modos, pelear arriba, pelear es pelear, ¿verdad? Y él es uno de los mejores, hay que darle, ¿verdad? Con todo menos con miedo.
¿Y qué opinas, Zurdo, de lo que pasó de la práctica de Jamar Charlo contra Jaime Munguía, que iba a ser por The Zone Pay-Per-View, luego Showtime, y ya al fin del día no se dio? ¿Crees que le tuvo miedo? ¿Munguía o Charlo?
Pues yo creo que los promotores también no llegan a un acuerdo, porque es como te digo, ahí uno quiere pelear, ¿verdad? Y entonces los promotores también pueden a veces muchas trabas, que no deberían de pelear y repartirse para los dos y que haya para todos.
Munguía se ha visto bien muy filoso últimamente. ¿Crees que si se hubiera dado, lo hubiera noqueado a Charlo?
Yo creo que hubiera sido una buena pelea.
Lots of options, especially after your stock.
Pero muy daca, porque los dos van a ser muy creo que hubiera ganado por nocaut.
Rappi, ¿qué opinas? ¿Crees que Munguía hubiera ganado a Jamar Charlo por un knockout?
No sé. Yo creo que Charlo es un buen peleador y inteligente, fuerte. So, hubiera sido una buena pelea. Yo creo que yo voy con Charlo.
Con Charlo.
Esa es mi opinión.
El que pierde gana, paga el 24, ¿no?
Pues, bien.
Ya está, órale.
Unos tacos.
Lo último, Zurdo, ya regresaste a Los Ángeles ya para comenzar un campamento. ¿Qué es lo que viene para ti?
Sí, para seguir entrenando aquí en la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Estar aquí con Scrappy también.
Me llegó la motivación, cagué.
Prepararme para pelear con Macaco, Cabo.
Cabo, ¿lo quieres retar?
Sí, también, pelear en completo.
En el crucero.
Si no quieren pelear, hay que buscar pelear.
Entonces eso es algo muy grande porque sabemos que en febrero que fue cuando Canelo en la convención, Eddie Reynoso hizo una pelea con él Y como él ya se robó los peleadores, las peleas, tú estás dispuesto a pelear con
Así
Macao.
es, pues, yo estoy dispuesto a pelear con él, yo creo que él también quiere pelear, así que darle un
¿Ya viste sus peleas? Justo acaba de pelear ya hace poquito.
Ya nos dio la última pelea, un peleador muy fuerte, pero eventualmente tengo que subir también de división y puedo pelear en light heavyweight, cruiserweight, no problema.
Even heavyweight.
Y el sparring que has hecho en el pasado siempre ha sido con personas más pesadas.
Así es, así que no hay ningún problema.
Así es. Un saludo a toda la raza que te apoya. De Macao, vienes con todo.
Zurdo, you're gonna go rob a bank right now with your outfit, with the Wild West?
Hey, don't tell no one. Come on, man. You work for the feds, huh?
I'm telling you, you guys are flossing out here.
We're about to go to the club.
Thank you,
Back to
brother.
the gym.
Gracias.
Can we get a picture of you two together, no?
Congrats, man.
Once I lost this shitty, I feel like I had to pick myself back up. Not because I had to put that pressure on myself, but I knew I was going to pick myself back up. Because the mentality I carried after the fight was pretty good, you know. I picked myself back up. It's any young fighter who gets himself first defeat, you know, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back to it.
So Rashid's out there, man. I think he might still be recalled in Boston. He has some kind of emotional. Okay, so that's not an option to avenge that loss, right?
I mean, it is always anyone wants to avenge their first loss, but you know, later down the line, let's make it happen.
What do you want to improve on? What can you improve on? Or does that matter with the politics of what you choose to improve on for that next fight?
You know, I'm a better fighter. I feel like in my speed, a lot of people going out boxing. That's what Blair was trying to clear back, trying to score his punches and move, and I need to work on better, you know. Just not being so flat, but you know, turning the ring off, doing my combinations better.
Rocha, you mentioned your team mentioned it, and you agreed that in 6 rounds you're going to put him down. I think it was in the 5th that you put you almost had him in the 5th and the 6th, and is that how you envision things to go tonight?
Yeah, I know what you want. So like I said, it wasn't my fault. I wasn't loading up to the body too much. I should have rested the body even sooner, and I should have let him in.
Thank you, Rocha. Appreciate it.
This is obviously a good win for you. Obviously,
I mean, yeah, I feel like the roads have definitely opened up. You know, I think Golden Boy for putting me as the main event. It's a big opportunity for me. You know, I'm on to bigger and better things from here.
Alexis, great fight, congratulations. I think you're back at the gym Monday.
Yeah, back at the
Tell
gym
me
Monday.
about that. No breaks.
Yeah, no breaks. You know, I was telling everyone, as a young fighter, you don't want to be lazy, gain weight. You want to be active. I want to fight 3 more times this year, if not 4 times. I want to be very active this year.
And what did Blair tell you between during rounds?
I mean, he trash talk. Yeah, of course it's trash talk. Like I knew, like his persona is to get in your head. He's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I knew he was gonna go in there and do his thing, but it's more for him. He carries that personality that he's gotta be that superstar. You know, that Ric Flair persona. I knew he was gonna try to get in my head, and you know, people knew me as. Well, my corner was telling me, "Hey, you gotta talk smack. Like you have to force it." I'm like, no. I want to talk smack because I want to talk smack. I'm not gonna force it. He's gonna come naturally to me. And whatever he was saying to me, I just walked right back at him because I knew I could handle it. I knew I could walk the walk and talk the talk.
I thought the fight was going to end in round 4 or 5. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I heard him in the 5th round. I was letting my hands go in that round. My coach is ripping me a new one. You know, I love that guy to death. He was calling it how it was, and I wasn't listening to him. And I was fighting a much harder fight than what it should have been.
Did you guys squash the bad blood?
I mean, I didn't really see him. I just told him it was all love. And I mean, I got no bad blood for any fighter unless you disrespect my family, really. But I mean, I knew we were trying to sell the fight, and that's what we're doing. We're in the main event, trying to sell the fight, and this is what it is. And I respect every fighter.
My last question, what's next?
And I'm on to bigger and better things. Like I said, I want to be. I mean, I called him Hanson.
Where's he at?
he's over there, but like I know within the line, I'll fight him. You know, he's a good European fighter.
You want to run up on him?
I don't want to.
No.
Was driven my, but
Here, let's have you sit down and have some of the writers who have computers sit down. Alan. Alan. Michael.
Alexis Rocha 777.
Hector Lopez told me you guys sparred a little bit less this fight. Did you feel fresher coming in the fight night?
Yeah, I did, definitely. Training camp, you kill yourself. I mean, this training camp was very hard. Sorry, Steve. Yeah, training camps are very hard. They're grueling, they're tough. You know, they're mentally, physically exhausting. Towards the end of my past training camps, I feel like I was overworking, where my body was literally hurting every time I was stepping in the ring to spar. But this time we would spar high rounds, 12 rounds, 11 rounds, 10 rounds, but we'll do that one time. We'd spar like 8, 12, and then cool it down 5, 4 on a Friday, or usually more fighters do 12, 12, 12.
Everybody! Alexis, do you feel like the amount of rounds that you've gone in the past, even when you knew your body was feeling it, do you think it was more mental? You felt like psychologically you needed the rounds and you found out maybe you really don't after a certain point in terms of your experience?
As in sparring? As in training wise? Yeah. I mean, I've been doing this my whole life. My body's already used to going 10, 12 rounds and it's a fight. You know, yeah, you train to be the best you possibly can physically, but also mentally, you got to really carry this attitude that I'm going to go in there, I'm going to spar 12 rounds, and I take it one round at a time. Because you can't go in there sparring, you're in the 5th round and you feel tired, like, oh, I got to save my energy for the 10th round. You can't do that. You got to give it every round you got.
So less is more.
Exactly. Less is more at times.
What do you think you got the number one lesson from the Rashidi Ellis fight?
The believe in yourself. You know, I know that fight, I feel like I tell everyone, I feel like I was in the show the whole night. You know, I make no excuses. I lost that night. Rashidi Ellis was a better man that night. But really, I feel like the belief and the confidence you have to carry yourself when you're in that ring. Because I sparred with some of the best fighters. I held my own. I do very good. But when those bright lights, like you guys have them on right now, it's a different atmosphere. And I feel once you walk in that ring, it all hits you. So now I feel like I've settled it down. I've acknowledged that I'm in the entertainment business. You know, the lights are going to be brown. There's going to be a lot of lights rising down on you. And you just got to go on there and just believe in yourself.
You know, there was a lot of people tonight. Orange County showed up as well.
Definitely.
So do you think this experience of being the main event, spotlights on you, you had the most amount of fans.
Thank you.
Do you think that right there helps you going into
It definitely does. I mean, I've always had a big hometown crowd since the amateurs. It's crazy. Every time I fought local, which was hardly never, but every time I fought local, there's a big crowd for me. And I'm so thankful that I have a big community that supports me. I have good fans that support me. You know, I'm appreciative of all that.
Hey Alexis.
Yeah, man.
Coming into this fight, I feel like a lot of people in the know were giving you a great shot, but in general, a lot of people were seeing him because he's flashy.
Yeah.
Did you feel that he was a bit maybe overrated or overselling himself when you look at him as a fighter?
Yeah, I feel like it do. I respect the guy. He's a good fighter. Obviously, he was giving me trouble in the ring. He's very awkward, but I believe he's not what people were mentioning him to be. I knew he was going to be a strong, athletic fighter, as he's going to be herky-jerky, he's going to be throwing shots, he's going to be fast. But he really built himself by talking to get up here, and it's kind of true. You know, I don't bash on the guy. My respects to him, but I know he's an entertainer. Like he says, he's Ric Flair, or his persona, and I knew he was going to be, a lot of talk.
Given when you were connecting, did you feel it was like a matter of time? Because it never seemed, first off, he can get momentum, but when you heard him, I felt like it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, I feel like I said, I was rushing with it. I was rushing I was rushing the fight by throwing one shot and then smothering my punches. I needed to separate that space instead of throwing them too far. So my coach is ripping me a new one in between rounds. I mean, but I appreciate that because, I don't know where he's at, but he tells it how it is. And I really appreciate that. A lot of young fighters get discouraged by that when people are screaming at them, telling them they're basically fucking up. Yeah, I don't sugarcoat it. He doesn't either. I don't know if you guys heard him, but he was ripping a new one. But I thank the guy for that because that really makes you dig dig deep inside. Yeah, you get me.
Alexis, were you surprised of some of the shots he was taking? Because he took some hellacious shots from you.
No, I wasn't surprised because I've seen the guy hit the deck a lot of times and get back up and win the fight by knockout. So I knew he was always going to be dangerous. So I told myself I'm not going to get carried away, keep working the body, and then finish upstairs.
Was the cut in the eye, was that from a punch, a headbutt? It seemed your eye started swelling around the third, fourth round or something like that. Okay.
I think he hit me with a jab, a good jab. I think it was like the first punch he threw, actually. He hit me with the jab. I kind of felt like my eye kind of. Yeah.
You guys traded.
Hey, we traded jabs. Yeah, it was like we traded jabs. I think he got me pretty good with the eye, with the jab in the eye. And then after that, he headbutted me one time. I think that's what kind of touched the scratches there. And he was also shouldering me too. I even told the ref 2-3 times, like, hey, shoulder. I mean, hey, ref, look for the shoulder, look for the shoulder. But it's boxing at times. I know he's not doing it intentionally, but yeah.
I saw him in the back. Obviously, he's disappointed. He's really sad. I think he might be a little concussed. That's just my observation.
Well, I heard he was taken to the hospital.
Yeah. You've experienced a loss before. This is his first loss. What would you tell him?
I mean, Blair, pick yourself back up, man. Like, I know you carry that confidence within yourself. You just keep carrying that confidence and go back in the ring. Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and keep working hard. Don't take time off. Really. I know it's hard right now because obviously it's a loss.
Yeah, because you've been through it.
I've been through it. I never knocked out, but I got beat up. Not beat up, not even. I got outpointed. I let myself down that fight, and that was really. I discouraged myself, but I picked myself back up.
Is a rematch with Rashid Ali something you prioritize? Is that something that you want, or is it just on to the next?
It's on to the next. If I run it back with Rashidi, we'll run it back. But obviously, he's the first one to ever beat me, to defeat me. So I want to get that revenge back. But if it goes down the line, it's all right. I'm doing my own thing. Rashidi, his camp, they're doing their own thing too.
Was there any pressure or excitement, going from co-feature to main event, and where do you go from here? What do you want?
What do I want? I mean, I want, bigger, better names. First off, I need to go back to the drawing board. I need to correct the mistakes I was doing, because without that, I need to develop. I can't go back and not take anything from this fight. I got to look at the good things and all of the bad things I did. But with that being said, I want to get back in the ring automatically. Within 3 months, I want to be active this year.
Michael McKinson seems open to fighting here. Is that something you want? I mean, you said
we can run it down the line. Yeah, I mean, if he wants to come here, I would love to go to UK. I respect Kinson. He's a good guy. I talk to him. But yeah, nothing but love. But if it's business, it's business. End of the day, if he's gonna fight me, I have to fight him. That's just the way it is.
I'm glad you bring up the fact that you're willing and open to go to the UK, to chase that fight, or whether he comes here. I know that's something of a, not to call him a stepping stone, but
no.
But if it was to come down the line, right, where you travel to the UK, you beat him, would a fight with someone like a Conor Ben, something like that, would that excite you? Would that excite you even further?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Conor Ben's a big name, but if it's McKinson, I wouldn't overlook him. He's a good, tremendous, he's an awkward fighter, really. He's very awkward. Puts punches together well. He's a good boxer all around, very slick. So if the fight's presented to us, then we're gonna take full advantage.
Now, if I can ask you a little bit about the Cobbs fight right now as well. I know I know you mentioned exactly how you weren't afraid of that persona. You weren't afraid of what he was trying to put out in that way. Did you feel a difference when you really started connecting to him from the second on, when he really started to seem hurt? Did you feel that kind of persona fade away a little bit as he started to kind of retreat?
I mean, he was still talking smack in there. I knew he was gonna do that. Like I knew he was gonna talk smack. I knew if he landed a good shot, I would smile right back at him, because I know if he hits me with the kitchen sink, it's not gonna hurt me, because that's just the mentality you have to have. And if you do get hurt, I'm not saying I wasn't hurt in the fight. He hit me one time in the back. I kind of I was off balance. He hit me back in the head. I kind of was off balance a little bit, so I kind of composure myself, but I wasn't hurt. I was not hurt one time in the fight. But yeah, I knew he was gonna hit me, talk a little smack, but I knew once I started hitting him, or even smile back, or even say something back to him, I knew he was gonna get in his head too.
Yeah. Did
Alexis,
you know right away, once he started that retreat, and stopped really throwing with any serious kind of intent, did you know that the end was coming?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, once I heard, what round did I jump in? Eighth?
Yeah,
eighth round? Yeah, I jumped him in the 8th round, and then from there, my coach was like, "Come on, that's all you." He was cussing me out. But like I said, that's the stuff you really need. You can't have yes men in this sport. If you're messing up, if you're doing mistakes, you need to correct you on it. You know, and I'm always gonna say that. I stick to my team, to the good and the bad.
Alexis, did you when you were talking to him back and stuff, do you ever hit him with a woo? After you got like a good combo in or something?
I'm not Ric Flair.
No?
Yeah. I was more The Rock. I did the eyebrows.
He's getting a lot of flack online. What do you make of like the reaction? Like a lot of people.
A lot of what?
Blair. A lot of people are shitting on him online.
Oh, that's not cool. Honestly, I don't think that's cool at all because as fighters, we sacrifice so much. It's so easy to be a critic. It's so easy to be on your couch and critiquing all these fighters. But once you actually go in the gym, you put in the hard work. Like I haven't seen my friends, my family, my girlfriend in weeks. I literally go to the gym, come back, work out again. You know, it's exhausting. You miss your people, and then you have to go out and put your health on the line. You know, you got to put your health on the line, and you got to really be in front of the whole audience. You know, people, strangers critiquing you and talking this and this and that. It's not cool at all, and I don't like that at all. You know. And that's just the way it is. You know, I know there's going to be critiques and there's going to be a lot of people there saying all this stuff, but that's not cool. Because at the end of the day, we're fighters. You know, we put our health on the lines. We do this for your guys' entertainment.
Alexis, are you getting stitches on that eye?
No stitches. I put glue on it.
What about other
super glue on it and it's good.
What about other fighters attacking you? What do you think of that?
Other fighters, I mean, it depends. It depends if this person is really talking bad on you or really saying like personal stuff. Then yeah, like I would say like, hey, that's like you're gonna talk all that smack and do that. Like, don't be talking smack if you're gonna be doing stuff like that. But definitely, I wouldn't like laugh at them or anything.
Given the level of opposition, would you consider this the best performance so far of your career?
No.
No?
No.
What could you have done better?
Cut the ring off better, throw my combinations a lot better, be more patient. I was running into shots, and very dumb shots, and that's what I could think of right now. But I need to go back, look at the tape for sure.
It seems like he's awkward, like you said. He confused a lot of people. You seem to be pretty much in control of the fight throughout.
I need to watch the fight back again, but yeah, I felt very in control of the fight. But yeah, like I said, I give Blair the much respect. You know, even when he took the fight, you know, he stepped up. He's an undefeated fighter. I'm a dangerous opponent, and yeah.
I know you've probably been asked this already, but for our cameras, what do you think was the key for you to win tonight?
Put the pressure on him. Yeah, put the pressure, chase. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I knew he was gonna run. I needed to cut the ring off, like I said. Use some feints. I could have done a lot more feints. I should have done a lot more feints. And yeah, you just really let my hands go more.
Specifically, what smack was he talking to you?
What smack?
Yeah.
He would woo. Yeah, I knew he was gonna woo.
During the exchanges?
During the exchanges, he would hit me and he would woo. Yeah. I smiled, man. I mean, I'm not gonna let that guy get in my head. I'm not gonna let any fighter get in my head. You know, I'm not gonna get discouraged at all. You know, my job is to go in there and basically knock you out.
Last week you told me that the loss was the best thing that could have happened to you because you knew that you need to let your hands go, but it looked like you had no problem doing that today.
I should have let my hands go even more, I felt. I should have thrown my combinations even more.
Yeah, what you were just saying, it seems like you could have gone an extra level, because it looked like you're going an extra level 5th, 7th, 8th round. You could have done another level if it went to the 10th.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't tired at all. I mean, it was more of my fault not letting my hands go as much and then closing the gap because he's a long, rangy fighter. He likes to pitter pat and run around. I should have cut the ring off and got him close even more.
We talked about McKinson, but when would you want to return ideally?
Ideally, hopefully June. I mean, see how my eye gets up, so hopefully June, early July.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Alexis, McKinson the target, or?
I mean, no, it's whatever Golden presents, you know. I'm not going to call out any fighters, you know, even though I should be doing that in this level. But I'm very respectful, I'm very humble, whoever they present to me. But I know it has to make deal. I mean, it has to make an ideal sense for me to fight them. You know, I'm not going to be fighting, you know, less opposition. It has to be worth my while to fight them. You know, it has to be a main event if I'm going to fight McKinson. It has to be, you know, a good IBF eliminator, or I think WBO he's with. So it has to make sense.
Alexis, your jab downstairs seemed to set up the left hand over the top. Is that something you worked on, or did you see and you made an adjustment on the fly?
I made an adjustment. I was doing it throughout the whole camp. I feel like the jab to the body, I have a very strong jab, and especially if it goes to the body, it kind of hurts people. Like I hurt him sometimes every time I would hit him in the jab with the stomach with my jab. And yeah, I mean, I was trying to pick it up on that even more throwing the left.
Is a fight with Virgil, obviously that would be a main event fight. Is that if that were be presented to you, is that something you would entertaining?
Like I said, it has to make sense. Virgil, I know Golden Boy is building us up. I know he's ranked high by the WBO. I don't think I'm ranked by the WBO. I think I'm more ranked by IBF, WBC. So it would make more sense for him to capture one title and then me trying to capture another title.
What would you like to see from here on out?
Just really development, bigger names. I need to develop as a fighter, like I said. I need to go in the drawing board, work in my gym, and then from there, whoever they present to us, we're gonna try to adapt to whatever they bring, and we'll go from there.
I feel like this might have been like you're coming out more, even though people in the know knew about you. But I think the way it ended is because Blair was talking so much that it had a little bit more attention on it.
Yeah, definitely think so. I just want to thank Golden Boy again for elevating us to the main event. Once I heard Virgil was off. I heard once he was off, I didn't feel that our card was in jeopardy. I knew that me and Blair were going to be elevated to the main. I just had this feeling. I really kind of had this feeling that within the mind, I already knew I was going to fight today. Whether it was, janitor or wherever, I was going to fight.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, bro.
Good shit, bro.
I know a lot of people kind of, a lot of people on both sides kind of, not to say they wrote you off a little bit, but a lot of people kind of how satisfying is it to come out in such a big way, stop him, and kind of shut them all up?
I don't focus on the media, really. I really I read comments and all that, but I don't let that affect me. I like when you have the comments like, Rocha's gonna get sparked in like 6. I'm like, okay, keep scrolling, and then, you gotta take that negative feedback and let it fuel you. Sometimes you don't have to let it be your mind or anything. You shouldn't. At the end of the day, they're not going to move you to that ring. You're going to be yourself and that's it, your team.
Alexis, tenemos una en español.
Sí, ¿qué pasó?
El ambiente hoy estuvo electrizante, estuvo tremendo. Además de que es un peleador que se sabe que habla mucho,
sí.
Habló mucho, insultó mucho. Para ti, ¿qué representó finalmente darle esa paz y esa tranquilidad a la gente?
Pues sí, le respeto mucho. Blair Cobb es un buen peleador, pero nomás hoy era puro, ¿cómo se llama? Business. Y no era nada personal. Y nomás sí me siento muy emocionado para la victoria.
¿Qué esperas tú para ahora? ¿Cuál sería tu siguiente paso? Sé que lo hablaste en inglés, pero ¿cuál sería tu siguiente paso?
Ahorita nomás trabajar en el gimnasio, para que me pueda adelantar. Y nomás así quiero pelear otra vez, quiero estar activo este año.
Y finalmente, pues un mensaje para la afición que estuvo. Un mensaje para la afición que estuvo viéndote hoy.
Muchísimas gracias por todo el apoyo. Le agradezco mucho y que Dios bendiga. Gracias.
Felicidades.
Muchísimas gracias.
Alexis, a lot of people were booing the previous fight with McKinson. Actually, about just like you, how would you make that fight much more exciting so that there's no booing on the fence?
It's a different fight. McKinnon's a different type of fighter. I know he's very slick, very unorthodox. I just gotta see if the people will be against him. We look at more videos and really just trying to adjust to what we bring.
Obviously, the 147 division is probably one of the most divisions in boxing. You have to improve so much in your show tonight. You say you want to keep busy. Is there any specific names you want to keep it in the Golden Boy stable? Would you like to venture out?
No specific names. I just want to keep advancing and stuff.
Well done, bro.
Great
brother.
thank
To you and your team, nothing but respect.
Nothing but respect for you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. That's a good fighter right there. Make him feel welcome in the U.S., guys. Make him feel welcome.
He's such a nice guy. He's the nicest guy on the show.
So what do you tell him right now? He called you out.
What's that? It makes sense. There's no trash talking needed with this.
So you want to fight him else?
Blair did the trash talking, Like, Blair, he was like, this week his head wasn't on Rocha. It was on me. It was on me.
Okay, I'm sorry. So my bad, McKinson. I know I took a little, but yeah, when the fight was off with Virgil, I saw previous interviews of Blair saying McKinson, who's that? Who the hell is he? Blah blah blah. And he has a good name in the UK. He's not really heard of in the US, so he wanted to fight him, obviously. So we're like, what the hell? So we put out a video calling out Blair. So that's what really happened. That's what really got us elevated to the main event. So he wasn't focused on me. He was trying to focus on McKenton when I was like, hey, that's not the thing.
And that fight is worthy of the main event tonight as well. Great performance.
Thanks, McKenton. Thanks, brother.
Nice guy, huh?
Yeah, nice, bro. Thank you. Yeah, bro. I know. No,
He's trying to get.
Was it a headbutt, right?
No, I think the little scratches were headbutt with a little bruise on the eye. Yeah, he did pretty good. It was more my fault. You know, I was getting in, I was rushing in, I wasn't doing my combinations. And yeah, man, and you can watch the film and then you get better. And I know we'll be better. I'm still developing, man. I'm 24 years old. I've been 19-1 now.
No, I think actually. Because I didn't. Yeah, I was here last time.
Alexis, you mentioned being ranked by the IBF. Like, you staying ranked by the IBF,
I think so. I'm not sure what I'm ranked by.
Well, if you are ranked by the IBF, I want to ask, what would you think about a potential fight like Jaron Ennis? He's in the IBF.
I mean, yeah, that'd be ideal in the future. You know, Jaron Ennis is working up his way up. And yeah, like I said, I'm not the one to call out any fighters. Whoever's doing to me is the person to fight.
You seem like a strong, silent type, man. You don't really.
I'm the guy that everyone looks at as like, damn, I don't want to talk to that guy. I don't want to mess with that guy because he's the quiet guy. Like Blair, he did all the talking. Yeah, I did my talking back, but it's more of like the people who aren't talking. Like, you got to watch out for them. It's the fight ones you got to watch out for.
What do you think, like, I'm sure you got asked this, but what do you think changed for you since you lost to Shiggy Ellis?
Yeah.
You know, 3-5 win streak.
I mean, yeah, just the mentality I carry now. I've been telling everyone, you know, once a fighter loses, they get discouraged and they want to hide under a shell. And I feel like I did want to hide under a shell for like 2 weeks. And like on the third week, I was running and I was like, man, I just got to get past that. You know, I got to get past that. I got to pick myself up, wipe the dust off me, and then get back to the gym, get back to the drawing board, really develop, really change my mindset. Because I've been working so hard for this sport since I was 12 years old, and this is what I really want to do. Obviously, you know, I put my health on the line. I make so much sacrifices. I work my tail off for this. I want to be world champion. I want to be mentioned. I want to be main events like this. Yeah, brother. Ralphie.
After the fight, you went on top of the ropes. They qualified. Was that a shot or was that came natural?
That came natural. Yeah, no shots at all. It just came natural. Yeah, brother, thank you.
Congratulations.
See, so I'm not tripping. See, I was just like,
how happy are you with the performance tonight?
I got the win more importantly, but the knockout should have come sooner, and I did some mistakes that I shouldn't have.
Did you critical on yourself?
I'm very critical of myself. I'm my biggest critic. Yeah, I'm my biggest critic, honestly.
reap the rewards. I want to start something, but I'm like, I have the nice little liberty of not having to edit things after. You know what I mean?
Priceless, bro. Fucking priceless.
No, it doesn't make the
If I could just send this shit to somebody and fucking...
Low key.
Come on, man.
It's alright.
Just don't. You know what I mean? You're like,
let's sell this fight, like, bro. He messaged me saying, bro, let's not let this. I'm not stuttering today. He said, bro, you guys make me stutter, man. You guys make me nervous. He said, bro, let's not let this get. Let's not this.
Don't let the fight get away. Get out of our.
Let's not go in vain or something like that. But he definitely told me that, and then I was like,
What did you respond?
I didn't. I just deleted the message. Don't tell me what it is. But I knew he was going to start the fight.
That was my favorite part.
Like he had in the past.
You could catch
So
my ass.
my thing was just, you know, I wasn't going to keep quiet. If he was going to talk smack, I wanted to talk smack back to him. I don't think he was expecting that, really. He sees me as a quiet guy. We've talked off camera, you know, behind people, without the press. He says what's up. He's a normal guy. He's a little weird, but he's a cool dude. I respect him.
Did he talk to you like, in between the rounds? Like, was he still talking to you?
Yeah, he was still talking smack. He would hit me, obviously, and he would like say your brain, smile,
Seen you, brother.
I was like, yeah. And I think I even told him, I was like, you're not gonna beat me. Like, this is my time. You're not gonna beat me. And he would hit me, but you know, it's my fault. I need to go back and look at the
All right, well, we're gonna let you get some rest, but before we let you go, we obviously want to see you back inside the ring. You mentioned Connor Ben, Michael McKinson. Who would you like to fight next?
Whichever names present to us, the names we're going to go after. So, I don't do much name calling. That's my golden boy. If it makes sense, to fight Honor Ben and Eliminator, to fight McKinsey and Eliminator, it makes a lot of sense for me. And I'm not going to go in there and try to turn on fight like a co-main event. It has to be a main event. It has to be a good contender fight. And I feel like that's what we are now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.
The way they're responding for you when you stop the fight. It's like they all won the lottery.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Good shit, man. Happy for you, though. Thank you.
All right, peeps, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else. I'm putting stuff up on YouTube, so yeah, check it out there. Oh, I talked to Bivol today. I talked to Manny Robles about Virgil Ortiz. I talked to Zurro about who sparred Bivol and Better Be It, or who the fuck are you supposed to be? Bivol and Benavides. So yeah, check on the channel. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.